Imagine this. You wake up one morning, reach for your phone, and try to check your messages. Nothing loads. You shrug it off, thinking it's just a Wi-Fi issue. But then your mobile data doesn't work either. No Instagram, no WhatsApp, no Google. Everything is just frozen. You restart the router. You restart your phone. Still nothing. So you go outside and talk to your neighbor. They're having the same problem. You turn on the TV, the anchors look panicked. And then it hits you. The internet is gone. Not just here, everywhere, forever. This isn't a temporary outage. This isn't some hacker attack. It's permanent. The digital lifeline of our entire civilization just snapped, and the world has no idea what to do next. At first, people are confused. Some think it'll come back in a few hours. Others rush to check their online bank accounts, only to realize they can't even log in. Messaging apps? Dead. Streaming? Gone. Maps? Offline. Email? Silent. It's like waking up in 1990. 90, but with 2025 level dependency. Panic sets in quickly. Within hours, ATMs stop working. Credit cards are useless. The entire payment infrastructure relied on the internet. Grocery stores can't restock. Logistics fail. Apps like Uber, Foodpanda, Amazon wiped out in an instant. Airports can't coordinate flights. Hospitals can't access cloud-based medical records. Smart homes stop responding. Traffic signals, transportation systems, factory automation, all dependent on cloud syncing. It all just collapses. And here's the scary part. No one has a backup. We built our entire modern world on a single fragile system and never thought about what happens if it disappears. Within days, global markets crash. Banks freeze operations. Businesses go silent. Remote workers are completely cut off. Content creators, freelancers, tech workers, jobless overnight. Schools can't function. Universities can't teach. Zoom classrooms? History. People start rediscovering newspapers, landline phones, handwritten letters. The young generation, born with phones in their hands, spiral into anxiety. No more TikTok, no Snapchat, no gaming servers. Influencers lose entire careers in a blink. Governments declare national emergencies. Military systems go on alert, not because of war, but because they've lost control of communications. And for the first time in modern history, the world becomes truly disconnected. Old-school tools start making a comeback. Fax machines, FM radios, typewriters, physical files. People use roadmaps again. They meet in person. They build local networks using radio towers. It's like watching civilization reboot without its memory card. Some people adapt. They learn to live without distractions. They read books, talk to neighbors, eat dinner without scrolling. But others? They struggle. Businesses close. Crime spikes. Depression, confusion, chaos. We were so connected, we forgot how to live without it. And in the middle of all this, a new kind of world begins to form. Slower, less efficient, but maybe more human. Because when the internet disappears forever, it doesn't just take away our apps. It strips away our shortcuts and forces us to remember how to think, how to talk, how to be real. The question is, if that ever really happened, would we survive it or would we collapse with it? Weeks go by and the world is still trying to adjust. Tech giants like Google, Facebook, Amazon, they've collapsed. Their entire infrastructure depended on digital connections. Thousands of employees are left jobless. Silicon Valley looks like a ghost town. Governments try to step in. They attempt to rebuild a communication system, but without the internet, it's like trying to fly without wings. They use satellites, shortwave radios, and even pigeons in some rural areas. No joke, the 21st century turns medieval. In the blink of an eye, global trade is paralyzed. No online shipping manifests, no digital inventory systems. Cargo ships get stuck at ports. Truck drivers don't know where to go. Planes don't know where to land. Products expire in warehouses. Supermarket shelves stay empty. People begin growing their own food again. Not as a hobby, but for survival. The education system faces a full reset. No online lectures. No Google searches, no cloud-based tools. Students return to printed textbooks, chalkboards, and handwritten assignments. Teachers have to dig out old materials and reinvent classroom structures from scratch. For a generation raised on screens, this feels like stepping into a museum. In healthcare, the crisis runs deep. Modern hospitals rely on digital records, internet-connected machines, and AI-assisted diagnostics. With all that gone, doctors return to pen and paper records. Machines don't get software updates. Complex surgeries are delayed. Telehealth disappears. Rural patients have no access to specialists anymore. Medical innovation stalls. But it doesn't stop there. Entertainment, the very thing most people leaned on for comfort, is decimated. No Netflix, no YouTube, no Spotify, no online gaming. People return to radio, live theatre and reading. Book sales explode. Libraries fill up again. Board games become the new Fortnite. People slowly begin forming tighter local communities. With no social media to distract them, neighbours talk more. Families sit together. Kids play outside. There's less scrolling and more eye contact. For some, it's peaceful. For others, it's unbearable. And then, a strange thing happens. Some people begin to feel better. They sleep better. Their anxiety drops. They stop comparing themselves to influencers. They reconnect with nature. They enjoy silence. The constant noise of the internet is gone, and for some, that's freedom. But don't be mistaken, this isn't utopia. Millions are suffering. Economies are shattered. Innovation has frozen. Research labs can't share data. Global collaboration is dead. Entire careers, businesses, industries, vanished. We built our future on the cloud, and now the sky is empty. Yet, from the ashes, something begins to grow. A new generation, born after the collapse, starts to learn a different way of life. One not centered on swipes, likes, or algorithms. They use books, build things by hand, talk in person. They don't even miss the internet because they've never known it. The older generation, though, they remember. The speed, the connection, the information, the convenience. And for years, they search for a way to rebuild it. But without a global shared infrastructure, the internet, as we knew it, may never come back. And maybe, just maybe, that's not entirely a bad thing. Because in the end, we didn't just lose the internet. We lost our shortcuts, our distractions, and our digital escape routes. And what we got instead was reality. Messy, slow, flawed, but real. And maybe that's exactly what we needed to remember before we forgot how to live at all.